There are so many unique aspects to our capital city, including a vibrant food and drink scene comprised of passionate individuals who are living out their dreams as business owners and leaders. You're invited to join us as we learn a little bit more about these restaurateurs, their businesses, and why such places are so important to our community. This is Eat Big in Little Rock.
My name is Kendra Pruitt, and I have the pleasure and honor of serving as Mayor Scott's Chief of Staff here at the City of Little Rock. And I'm excited to be here at Bobbie D's for our episode of Eat Big in Little Rock. I'm sitting with Miss Carla. Carla, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Carla Johnson. I'm one of the owners here at Bobbie D's Southern Cuisine, 3201 West 65th Street here in Little Rock.
Thank you so much for allowing us to be here. I'm excited. As you know, I'm a fan of Bobbie D's. I've come here before, and so we want to learn a little bit about what you do, why you do it. First, let's talk about Bobbie D's, the name. Where did that come from?
So Bobbie D's come from a family, our family. Bobbie D had 11 children,
Okay.
7 boys, 4 girls. I'm number 9. That's the best I can say. Number 9 out the group. So we decided we're into our 8th year to honor our mom. She passed away many years ago in 90. So we said we'll open up a restaurant in honor of her. Me and my brother, Anthony and Isaac, the chef, we decided, hey, we'll get a family business together, get some more family members and friends come together, and that's what we did here in Little Rock. So
When did you guys start?
August of 2015.
2015.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And you managed to maneuver the pandemic and survive throughout it, and honoring your mother. So I assume she was a great cook and passed down these recipes.
Absolutely. It's kind of weird because a lot of people think she owned a restaurant, but did a lot of cooking at home for the kids and at church, and a lot of recipes for sure. The butter roll, the bread pudding, the rice pudding.
I've had the roll.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. Amazing, both amazing. But when we started this thing, we were not only thinking of just making money, but actually we all grew up here in Little Rock. So we all do something as well. So we do this, but we also have another career what we do. So
Bobbie D's is a side thing
absolutely
for all of you.
Absolutely.
Really quickly, Mom taught you guys how to cook.
Yes.
Who's the best cook?
Well, my chef is my brother. Yes, he's amazing. He actually, in this, someone has to be a chief, and I follow him. We follow well. It's hard at times because siblings,
I get it.
But for sure, yeah,
He's
he's amazing. He's amazing. He actually worked at Kroger many years ago.
Okay.
And the Heights. So in 17 years, so he decided to come here, and we all got together and said, hey, we're gonna do this restaurant.
Tell us a little bit about your menu, and I think we've seen it on camera a little bit with the video of the lunches and the breakfast that you have, but it's kind of buffet style.
What they call more like cafeteria style. Where the plate lunch, you get your plate, your entree, your 2 sides, and on our breakfast we do all kind of the biscuit and gravy, as well as chef just added a breakfast pizza, a vegetable pizza, and a vegetable pizza, and a meat pizza, 3 meat pizzas. So whomever don't eat pork or no meat or vegetarian or vegan, now we're doing the vegetable pizza.
That sounds
and as well as we do offer some of the other ones as well offer, but we do more turkey products, more turkey bacon, turkey sausage, and we actually make our pepper sausage as well. So we kind of stepped it up with kind of doing some variety of items for individuals that kind of can go either way.
What's the most popular breakfast item?
Oh, our French toast meals.
Ooh,
our French toast meal,
French
and
toast.
For sure, if I had to put on the French toast, and then the omelets is next. So we just started the pizza, so I think that's going to become really popular because it's really quick to go. A lot of our City of Little Rock, we get a lot of the street guys that come through, which oh my gosh, they are some of the ones that keep us going as well.
I was just about to say, quick shout out to our City of Little Rock employees.
Yes.
That not only keep us afloat at the city, but also making sure our city runs the way it needs to run by working our neighborhoods and keeping folks like Bobbie D's in business. So
Absolutely.
Thank them.
They're them guys run in and run out. They don't have long, so we have to hurry up and get their food ready. But the breakfast item is French toast, and is like I said, we have the biscuit and gravy, but if I had to say, French toast is one of the popular ones. So
I'm making a mental note to come back. I love a good brunch and breakfast. So.
I love some breakfast as well.
Okay, tell me about the lunch menu.
So lunch menu kind of varies. One of our items that Chef Isaac put on was a loaded hamburger steak, baked potato. And it's amazing. So we have a loaded hamburger steak, a loaded center chop baked potato, something different. And when I say amazing, and our chicken and dressing, and our meatloaf, and our ham, those are the things that people want.
Get the most.
The chicken and dressing, loaded hamburger steak, the potato and pork chops.
Explain this loaded hamburger steak
So it's
potato.
It's a twice baked potato. We stuff it, cheese it, hamburger steak we make. Top it, brown gravy, chives, cheese, and tomatoes. Top it. Beautiful dish. Beautiful.
Let's talk about growing up in Little Rock.
Yeah.
So this is a show highlighting local Little Rock eateries, and we want to talk about that. Tell us about where you grew up, what neighborhood, and things of that sort.
So we grew up in Little Rock. So it's two sets of kids. So one set was the east of Little Rock, the first 8, and then the last set was off King Street. Used to be High Street.
Yes.
So that's where we grew up. Went to Dunbar, went to J Fair. Some of us went to Ricedale Elementary, was no longer there. So born and raised, this is what we love to do. This is what we done for many years. And before this, we did catering.
Oh,
So
wow,
we always cater. We do 70% of the Little Rock School District catering as well.
Wow.
So we do the athletes department. So we've been doing that for about 5 years now.
So you all are truly invested in the city of Little Rock, not only being from here, growing up here, but investing your time and efforts, not only by serving through Bobbie D's, but through your catering and things of that sort. It sounds like y'all are Little Rock through and through.
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about why you chose 65th Street. We're here right off 65th. This is where Bobbie D's has. Have you guys been here from the beginning?
From the beginning.
Okay.
So
why this neighborhood?
Well, we started. We didn't want to go north because we're from Little Rock. We didn't want to go west Little Rock because it was enough restaurants out there. We picked this area industrial.
Yes.
Really family, community, a lot of business, family business in the area. Some of the things we always wish for was a few more minority business. There's not many in this area, but when Chef was riding one day, this used to be a diner many years ago.
Okay.
So he stopped by and said, I picked the perfect spot for us, for our family. And it's been a success. It has been.
Tell me a little bit about where you grew up, the schools you were in. I know you mentioned several of them a second ago. J Fair.
Yeah, Dunbar. We
Okay.
actually grew up on 1317 West 19th. I know the address. It's right off Pulaski Street. So went to Ricedale, which is no longer there.
Right.
Dunbar, and then J Fair. Some of the other ones, the first set went to Carver, and then like Hall. That was back then. But I grew up in the Ricedale and Dunbar, walking to school, which is I miss that part of school. We walked to school, but grew up right there, 1317 West 19th. I remember the address, right there on Pulaski Street.
So education is key, right?
Absolutely.
You know that
Yeah.
if you invest in your young people, then our city
Absolutely.
gets to improve. And so we have our community schools model, where we've invested in select schools that were underperforming to get it obviously back into local control. But also, we're continuing to invest in those schools to give them wraparound services for their students. Like you said, being able to walk to school matters. Having, whether it's a health clinic on campus or other wraparound services through meals and parenting classes, things of that sort. So we're thinking about that, and we want to make sure that you all feel safe being a business here. And the way we do that is investing in young people, making sure our education system is what it needs to be. So we're recruiting people into our city. They need to know they got good places to eat, but they also need to know they have good places for their kids to attend school. And I imagine you have nieces, nephews, folks in Little Rock, and want to hear your thoughts about the school system and how we can further support that.
Well, some of the school systems for me is one of the things I'm passionate about. I worked for the Little Rock Mental Health Center for 13 years, and I did outpatient clinic, just all kind of work. But the mental health part, and it may be happening in some of the around that I don't know, but I took my daughter to visit some colleges in Texas, and some of the things that they focused on was mental health on campus. Like the mental health part on campus, and I started asking some educators around here, and they have some, but it need more.
Absolutely. I'm glad you mentioned that
Yes,
because
the
we
mental
actually
health.
just hired some social workers to go
Yes,
to our community schools.
yes,
And we need more of that. There's a real investment and need for mental health workers in our police department. We have a couple there
yeah.
in our schools, but that's a big need. So thank you for raising
And
that.
it was one more thing I wanted to raise too. So when I was coming up, um, Little Rock crime can be, a lot of the officers come in, I tell them, come on, keep this, the city safe. So
Right, right.
a few things I remember, I jot down stuff at home all the time is what happened to some of the educational, going to the schools to talk to the young adult.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
literally, you can't go as far because things has changed so much about with the prisoners actually going there. But when I grew up, I remember them coming out telling us,
What
you
not
don't
to
want
do.
it, what not to do. This is not where you want to go. I spend this time. So that there, I don't see anymore.
Mm. Well, we need more of that programming
That
in the
that was a really
schools.
good program,
I see.
and I think about it all the time. Like why and maybe.
I don't think it's amplified enough because we have at the city we have what we call our street team, like
Yeah,
street
yeah, yeah, yeah,
intervention
yeah, yeah,
specialists
yeah.
that are former incarcerated
Like the
individuals.
reentry.
So
Yeah,
our
yeah,
reentry
yeah,
folks, but some of those folks who've been in the penitentiary before or in jail, they now are our street specialists, street team specialists. They're our school interventionists. So they're going, but we're not talking about it enough. We're not amplifying it enough. So that
yeah.
helps me take that back to the city and say this is
Please.
something we need to
Yeah,
expand even further and do more of.
yeah. Because I know quite a few Little Rock, kids,
Mm-hmm.
and they're good kids. Not that it's just just what if you have, someone. I know a lot of the, not a lot, I know quite some of the guys you're talking about that
Mm-hmm.
actually in the community doing those things, but
We need more.
I so think so.
I agree.
But that's just my,
No, that's
yeah,
helpful.
yeah, for sure.
I want to talk a little bit, Miss Carla, about the neighborhood, right? You talked about being very intentional about coming to 65th Street. You talked about the community that surrounds you guys here and how you all band together. The city has been very intentional about making sure that disadvantaged neighborhoods and areas are elevated and that they're no longer overlooked. We're thinking about equity and how do we invest in areas that haven't been invested in before. Have you seen any of that happening in your neighborhood around here, whether it's the parks, the neighborhoods? Because that's something that we're trying to do, and I want to make sure you all are feeling that.
Well, I always comment on, the page of, all this things that's going on in the city. Born and raised in Little Rock.
Right?
I am just outdone on the way it looks. And like just the work I'll be 50 years old and I'm seeing so much work in Little Rock that you never seen. One park in particular, I don't know the name of it, but it's on 33rd, off 33rd.
Yep.
That place is amazing. So I was like, gosh, this man is doing some things around here.
We're wanting to make sure that everyone can take pride in their respective neighborhoods. And for so long, different neighborhoods have felt left behind and not getting the resources they need. And so we have something underway called Project Impact. And this is our citywide targeted community revitalization effort. So if you see us in your neighborhood with a banner, Project Impact, I want you to
Okay.
honk your horn
Okay.
and wave at our city workers. Again, thankful to them. Working on special projects, whether it's ditch maintenance or mowing vacant lots,
Yes, yes.
just making people be able to take pride in their neighborhoods and feel like, you know what, it looks clean.
Yes.
I want to live here or I want to start my business here.
Yes.
So that's something
Yes.
that we're working on, and we will be in Southwest, South End,
Yes.
East End.
Oh yeah, those some and
Midtown
all
will be
those
all over our
and all
city.
those areas bring back memories. South End, East End, because they were overlooked for so long. And you go now, I ride through, and it's amazing.
It looks
Yeah.
better.
Oh my gosh, looks
So
looks
we're
better.
working
for sure.
on it, and
Yes.
we're just grateful that you chose Little Rock. To Bobbie D's could be anywhere,
Yes.
and could thrive anywhere because the food is good. But we want to say thank you for choosing Little Rock and
Yes.
continuing to thrive and being
Yes.
a valued restaurant here in our city.
Our address is 3201 West 65th Street here in Little Rock. Phone number is 501-565-1699. Our menu posted daily on the Bobbie D Southern Cuisine Facebook page. And I don't do a lot of cooking, but I do a lot of talking. But anytime you guys need any catering, need us for anything, any community, anything we can do to help. We also feed every fourth Saturday downtown. Just we don't post it anywhere, just to the homeless. So if you know anyone, send them down there to pick up a plate.
We're grateful for you all. Thank you to Bobbie D's. And I'm not sure if everybody heard it, but you all are feeding the homeless.
Yes.
Not for any accolades,
Oh, absolutely.
not
No.
posting it on social
Oh,
media,
no.
but doing it out of the goodness of your
Absolutely.
hearts.
We've been
because
doing
you're
it for
investing.
years. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you for that, because
Absolutely.
that matters to us. Our unsheltered brothers and sisters
Yes.
need that type of love and consideration. So thank you to Bobbie
Thank you.
D's. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
hosting us, and thank you again for
Thank
being in
you
Little
so
Rock.
much, and I appreciate you. Okay.
Little Rock, continue to eat big, and we'll see you next time.